Hi. Although no marketer worth his or her salt would ever copy a marketing plan from one company and hope that it worked for their own, equally would be fools to not look at a marketing plan sample or three before beginning. My recommendations: assemble a library of marketing plan samples that you like, for whatever reason. 2, build a sales and marketing plan, not separate plans. 3, keep it short. And 4, use our marketing plan sample at funnelplan.com as the basis of your next plan. Let me show you a few marketing plan samples I found researching today's article, and then how to get yours from ours for free. The first one we came across when we Googled marketing plan sample was an article I've used quite a few times recently from Dave Levinsky. It's either tremendously well optimized or there's not much else out there. Anyhow, if you've not heard me rabbit on about this before, it's a really good article and I recommend that you take a read of it. Links will be in the show notes. He explains clearly what you need in each of the sections. Now, this is not a marketing plan sample. It doesn't set out to be. He's showing you what to include. And frankly, it does a perfect job of that. It's not a great sample, but it's a really good insight into what you do need to include in your plan. So, good place to start. If I haven't sent you there already, take a look. It's worthwhile. The next one is a marketing plan sample, and it's a cracker. It's from morebusiness.com. Thanks, guys, for putting this up. It's quite detailed, and it explains in a great level of detail what the plan for this company is, and includes a sense of the vision, the objectives that they have for the company, their target markets, their general segmentation strategy, who the competition is, their communications plan, their expense budget. Let me scroll way down to get their expense budget. Okay, marketing expenses, which give a sense of the dollars they're going to spend. Now, the progress and reporting, let me get down to that. These are all outcomes, not inputs. If you've followed the show for a while, you know that I'm a big fan of looking at multiple interim inputs, not just the outputs. You measure by the inputs, not the outputs. But frankly, in a consumer-oriented business, this is probably good enough. So I think it's a great sample marketing plan. And it doesn't set out to be a B2B one. Obviously in B2B, the buying process is far more complex. You need to spell out the tactics necessary for that, but it didn't set out to. It's a good job, a great contribution, and I do recommend you take a look at it. Next, we go to examples of how to write a marketing plan. This is in the Chronicle. It's awful. It's just positively awful. They clearly haven't written it with any sort of real market focus in mind. It's just this silly formatting errors that suggest they didn't even go back and look at it once they loaded it up. Probably written for SEO purposes, and I would just skip it altogether. The links are there, but really why bother? And next one, not relevant for our audience. Very, very simple. It's written for sports clubs, and it kind of does what it sets out to do, so I won't can it. But for you being a B2B listener, I think it's not so wonderfully relevant. So again, kind of don't bother. Last one, businessballs.com. Now, this is a really good contribution. So firstly, guys, thank you for it. I would suggest that it's a really good introduction to planning. Unfortunately, it's not a sample. It's an explanation, a little bit like the Forbes article, about what you need to include. And there's a couple of points that I quite like that they make if you wade deep into the details. I'll get to the punchline though. This isn't the one I'm going to recommend you read. The Forbes article is definitely the one to take a look at, and the sample plan from More Business. This is good, and I particularly like their comment here about keeping it really simple and actionable. So again, a good contribution. Frankly, if the Forbes article wasn't there, this is one probably would have got up. Even though morebusiness.com gave us a great marketing plan sample, when I distilled the headings, it didn't come down to much to share with you. So I'm going to go again with Dave Levinsky's article. I've used it, I think, 2 or 3 times already, probably because it's good, on Forbes.com. And let me share with you the essential ingredients that he suggests need to be in your marketing plan and that you should be looking for in a sample. A crisp summary, clear explanation of who your target customers are, what your unique selling proposition is, your price and positioning strategy, and your distribution plan, what offers you intend making, what materials are used to make those offers, and how you'll promote those offers. Your online marketing strategy, your conversion strategy, any JVs, partnerships, your referral strategy, a strategy for increasing transaction prices, love that, I think I mentioned that last time I used this article, retention strategy, and your financial projections. But as I've argued previously, there's no point writing a long marketing plan and then synthesising it because no one's going to read the long one. So keep it short, really. So my recommendations, again, assemble a library, make them sales and marketing plans as best you can, keep them short, and use Funnel Plan, that is our funnelplan.com, to be the basis of your next marketing plan. Now, if you've read The Leaky Funnel, then you would know already about Hardbits, the fictitious company that I used to explain the process of building a sales and marketing plan with the team, if you like, an aligned plan. So you know already about Hardbits. If you haven't read The Leaky Funnel, don't worry too much, it's just a fictitious company. But I've actually got their sales and marketing plan that I can show you. And I want to show it to you in the context of Funnel Plan, the software, because what I'm going to invite you to do for free is to access that same plan as the basis of a plan for yourself. I'll show you how we build the Hardbits plan in Funnel Plan. In today's demonstration, I'm not going to show you the advanced functionality of Funnel Plan, save that for another day. Every page that we take a look at, just the very top of the page, in this case it stops about here, that is the information that's in the free plan. The paid for version goes a bit deeper, but frankly, as I'm going to suggest at the end, the free version is probably enough to get you going. What are your objectives? What problems are you in the business of trying to solve? It'll ask you to do some analysis of those problems and choose one, and then the target market, and that's particularly who has that problem. What does their general profile look like? What does it take to fully solve that problem? So again, that's your solution strategy, but in this case we want to know what it takes to fully solve the problem. What channel will you use to reach that market? And by channel we mean sales channel. Who else can solve the problem and how do you stack up against them? What velocity do you need to reach? Again, in the free version, you'll be asked some fairly innocent questions. How long does it take to win a deal? In the bottom here, how many meetings does it take? And in between, what % of your leads will become proposals and what % of your proposals will become sales? 4 very basic questions that we break down into far more advanced information, but all you need to answer is those simple questions and then the tactics that you're going to use. Now in the free version, you're using templated tactics. You don't need to and can't edit the tactics. Again, for now, that'll be enough in the Hardbits plan. And let's take a look at the PDF that comes out of that. So here it is. All of that information distilled into a one-page plan that you can stick up on the wall, share with sales and marketing, and be mutually held accountable to. I didn't want today to be a pitch about Funnel Plan, but obviously it's a great way to build your sales and marketing plan, and you can do enough of it for free. That's why I showed it to you today. Well, the call to action this week is simple and kind of obvious. Head on over to funnelplan.com. Here's the URL, funnelplan.com. You can have dubs at the front if you want or not. Head over there, and what you'll be able to access is Funnel Plan, the software. Now, you can get a free plan, and you can use the Hardbits plan as the basis of your plan if that's what you'd like to do. There are other templates that you can use as well. So if you head on over there, you'll be able to build your plan for free using one of the pre-built templates. Now you can always upgrade to a paid version later. It gives you a lot more functionality, a lot more granularity, but frankly the free one's enough to get you going for now. Lots more planned for next week, can't wait. Until then, may your funnel be full and always right. Our thanks this week to Jackie Tran for her research, Dave Levinsky again for his marketing plan template, exactly what to include. That's on Forbes. morebusiness.com, sample marketing plans, Christy Lorette, support and creation for marketing plans, Alan Chapman for the free business plans. Hard bits, of course, a sample funnel plan. There's a link in the show notes to how you can access that. Annika Dobby for her amazing production. My name is Hugh McFarlane, and it's been my pleasure to script and present this week's show.